we will have 9 presentations today. The idea is for each of the participants now to have a 5-minute slot to pitch the idea, or at least present who they are, present their needs, and eventually call for a partner. We will welcome Reprocover, TalkMe, Manetco, SA Établissement Simonsi, Sapiologie, Bisense, B12 Consulting, Nola, IO, A+ Engineering. I have a problem because I cannot check the participant and share the screen. So I don't know. For the first one, who is Reprocover, sorry, do we have Charles Gobel in the room?
Yes.
Welcome. So I will invite you to open your camera, and as soon as you're ready, you tell me and I can move to your presentation, yeah?
Normally you see me.
Me, I don't see anybody.
Ah,
I'm sorry. So
we see you.
okay,
great.
perfect. So I listen to you.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. I'm Charles Goebbels from the Society of Reprocover. You can go right normally, a little bit further. Yes, perfect. So Reprocover, we're based in Belgium. What we do, we are a composites recycler. So composites is made of fibers. What we are focusing on is glass fibers, and then as a matrix, polyesters, epoxy vinyl esters, polyurethanes. So the mix of both together is the composite that we recycle. So we collect the waste, and then we will analyze, and then we crush, and then we will create compounds to produce different type of products. So the composite we can find the composite in cars, boats, wind blades, airplane, electrical plug-in, pool balls. So there is many applications. So it's very technical plastics. And the challenge is, of course, because it's a composite, it is very difficult to reuse. This is why we are one of, there are really little of the company working on these topics. But once you have the way to reuse the composite, then the composite has a really good mechanical resistance, and it's really strong. And we find a solution to reuse the composite. But our challenge is we have the solution, we have different product range, but we need more product range because the input it's much higher than the outputs. So if you go on the other slide, what we do is, as we say, we collect, we have our own trucks, we crush, then we collect, we will analyze, then we will crush the material with different sizes from 100 microns to 20 millimeters. And then we will characterize the product before, characterize the product after. Then we will analyze what can we do with it. We will add the binders to have mechanical resistance. And then with the mechanical resistance, we will add them into SolidWorks, for example, and then we will develop product. Then once it's achieved on the CAO and FAO, then we will create the mold and then produce the product for someone. Another way is also to prepare material for others, people that are producing with composites. So we also help others with the recycling of composites. So if you go to the next slides, this is the kind of product that we do. It's access chambers, level crossings, cable gutters. So yes, this is one type. And then we have also other type with better touch. But so everything is possible with the composite. But when we need composite is because you need light product, strong product, mechanical for the mechanical resistance, heat resistance, chemical resistance. So if you go to the last slide, as I said, my goal is we are sitting in the pile of composites and we need to find new application in order to increase the output. So for now we are recycling 600 tons of composite last year, and our goal is to do 5,000 tons. The market of the composite weight is much higher. So if you want to develop new product with us or to find a better way for your composites, feel free to contact me. So you can go to the last slide, and then you have all the information. And if you want my direct mail, it's charles@revocover.eu, and Charles has an S at the end.
Thank you, Charles, for perfect in 5 minutes, and we have your call for partner. So thank you very much. We will continue with Olivier Bellet from Talk Me.
Oh, sorry, it's me. It's Nicolas,
it's
not
Nicolas. Okay. Welcome, Nicolas. So I have your slide as well.
Yes,
the floor is yours.
Okay. I can?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Nicolas Tessier. I come from Normandy in France. I created the company TalkMe in 2018. TalkMe is a French tech provider. We integrate electronic design office. We develop digital solutions for industrial partners, interconnect with existing software and existing hardware, different machines. We operate in France and Europe. When I create TalkMe, I start with one observation. The software publisher partially respond to the industrial problem. They offer a standard solution and non-flexible solution. So we offer a new generation of digital tools that adapt to your business, your IT system, and your machine fleet. The project, the idea, we want to implement a green manufacturing solution with digitalization. The solution recovers the energy consumption of machines in order to control the useful electrical power according to the machine parameters. We recover the electrical consumption of the different components of the machines and not the overall consumption. So you can control your energy consumption, but also monitor your machines in real time. You know what the machine makes, with what tool, what material, regardless of the brand and age of the machine. So we search an industrial partner, European manufacturing partner, to implement the solution and continue all our tests. If you are interested, you can contact me. You have the mail on the slide. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicolas. So the next one is Manetco with Tanguy van Hegemoorte. Sorry for the name.
Hello. Thanks.
Hello,
I'm Tanguy van
welcome.
Hegemoorte from Manetco.
We listen to you.
Yeah, thanks. Well, Manetco is a engineering company, and we help industries from all sides to scale down their production and research equipment, which mean that the trend in the chemical industry, where they have high-end product, they would like to have continuous process, but with much smaller scale than what we used to see at companies like BASF or Procter & Gamble. And the challenge then is to have efficient mixing units, but which have really small feature and small size. And then we developed technologies to manufacture these mixing units, and we integrate them with high performance pump in order to have continuous process at small scale with better process control and mixing efficiency, higher yield, and can produce less waste. It simplifies also the automation, and then, well, even if we do at small scale, it simplifies the scale up from lab production process to the industrial production process, generally by duplicating the process or decentralization of the production. So there is also an interest of changing the business model behind. and for the manufacturing of the part, well, we are using mostly the advanced 3D printing technologies with material that are compatible with chemical environment and all the constraints met by our customer, which are generally like a corrosive environment or high pressure and strong flow rate. Thanks. So the idea is, well, there are two mainly here. I present the one where we are working on for the moment. It's the development of a continuous process to precipitate metals from production waste. So we have a project for the moment where we have designed a micro mixer for continuous precipitation of metal hydroxide, and that's help to recover the metal from the waste and isolate it from other product in the waste from a company. And well, we have good result from that proof of concept at large scale, and the goal would be to further develop this technology to confirm the principle at large scale and to adapt to another production process. And well, we are looking for application partners, either companies active in waste recovery and are interested to explore continuous production process, or manufacturer of nanoparticle synthesis, which can also be where this process can also be applied. We are doing also continuous emulsion production. So that's some example of application. And if there are some interest, yeah, you can go to the last slide. Here are my contact phone number and email. Well, not phone number, but the company web page. So I would be happy to answer your question.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much, Tanguy. I will call the next pitcher, Vincent Goubel from SA Établissement Simonis, and that's our end user, so I need
Hello.
a challenge. Hello.
Yes, my name is Vincent. I'm based in Belgium, and I am specialized in the reprocessing material of unvulcanized compound and vulcanized compound, and the fiber reinforcing rubber compound. All these kind of rubber are coming from the tire industry, and I am also recycling EPDM. That's for the first. That's what I am doing, recycling. And can you pass the application? I am selling this material to people producing conveyor belt, buckets, speed limits, and most of my customers are producing solid tire. And internally, we are producing acoustic material for the isolation in the house. We are collecting bladders, we granulate, and we have a special glue. That's for the application we all my customers are producing, and we are looking for the next slide. So we can propose. We have a lot of different kind of granulator. Look, we can granulate at different sizes, the compound, elastomer, vulcanized rubber, composite, and we are able to granulate a lot of different kind of material. And we will be happy to start some trial with you if somebody is interested. We can do the preparation of the mixing and I don't know the consistency to go on a consistent quality. We have our own laboratory and one engineer, chemical engineer working in main place. We can do the characterization. We have the density, flexion, compression, show, and we have a laboratory mills. That's what we can propose for to do all the tests. And we are looking, I think the next slide. For some partner, we can incorporate recycling rubber in their operation and find some new developments with the compound we are recycling. and or to find people who can develop some new technology, provide some new technology for reuse the rubber to enhance the rubber reprocessing. I think we have all the capacity for the mixing technology. I know, I hope it's clear, but I try to explain a little what we do and what we are looking for. You have an email, perhaps on the, no, yes, and my phone number, and you are free to send any questions and we will reply soon we can.
Thank you very much, Vincent.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Then we will continue with Sapiology and Julien Mott.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. So we're Sapiology. We are 10 French B Corp certified company, established 2 years ago and based in Lille and Nantes. The problem we are addressing is the following one: regulations on the environmental impact of products coming up with a CSRD starts in January 2024, so very soon. 80% of the impact comes from the supply chain, and there will be some pressure from the big companies and their suppliers. 84% of the SMEs consider transitioning towards more sustainability critical, and 74% of them see it as an opportunity. But only 11% have a structured approach that includes measuring their impacts and building a transition roadmap. That's why we have developed Sapiology. It's a web app for industrial companies that allows them to make an exhaustive diagnostic of their impacts of their entire product ranges and build a transition roadmap. In Sapiology, we can connect to their data sources, so bill of materials, ERPs, PLMs, and collect data from all the products. Once we've done that, we perform programmatically, thanks to our AI assistant, a detailed and environmental and social life cycle assessment of the entire product ranges. We can estimate the material sourcing geopolitical supply risk. It allows companies to share with their suppliers the impact assessment analysis of their product, the products they buy from the supplier, and gives them the keys to improve themselves. Because of course, if your suppliers reduce the impact of their products, it mechanically reduces the impact of yours. We are looking for companies who we can work with on building a partnership across the value chain of building this roadmap of reducing the impacts. So we want to bring a whole value chain together and make it more sustainable. We'd love to find some people here who would like to test this with us. You can get in touch with me at julien@sapiology.com, and we can chat about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julien. Sorry, is a way to say it in French that I'm used. Thank you. We will continue now with Bisense and Corentin Guillot.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
So, thank you. I'm Corentin Guillot I'm Managing Director of Bisense. Bisense, which is a spin-off from the University of Mons, based in Belgium. We are a manufacturer and supplier of sensor and sensing solution based on optical fiber. As you know, optical fiber enabled the internet revolution, and now we want to use optical fiber to enlighten industrial application. So in fact, the optical fiber for us is the sensor, and we use one optical fiber to monitor some industrial assets. And in one optical fiber, we can have up to 40 sensing points distributed all along the fiber on several kilometers if needed. So we measure with that the temperature and the strain, And in fact, we can replace tens and hundreds of electrical cable that are used in simple electrical sensors that exist now. So we don't want to replace all the sensing system, but we want to provide a new and innovative solution for industrial people. So it's one benefit to use optical fiber. There is other benefits. So with the optical fiber use light, so it's immune to RAM radiation and RF interference. It's stable over time. It's a passive device, so it's quite reliable. And as you know, the optical fiber is quite small. In fact, the diameter is 250 micron. So it's lightweight and it's easy to integrate the fiber in some material, for example, composite material. And as a performance, so I said in one fiber, we can have up to 40 sensing points, but we can measure in multi-kilometer measurements. We have less cable. And in fact, the optical fiber is very robust in harsh environment. So in BSense, we develop sensing solution, and this sensing solution is fully customizable because we can choose the distance between the sensor, for example. And the solution is based on 4 points. So the sensor, which is a bright grating, the specific packaging to protect the fiber depending on the application, the data acquisition system, and after that, a software to transform the optical response of the sensor of the optical fiber to the physical parameters that we need, for example, temperature. And we have a communication system also. So we can go to the slides, the next slides. Yeah. So why optical fiber sensors are relevant in the context of GEMSTONE? So in fact, if we think of the optical fiber and monitoring the temperature of the strains, there is a lot of application that we can use. And it's a very large panel of application. And BSense, we monitor some assets in like furnaces, pipe, machines, in aircraft, so inside the composite material or in wind turbines, for example. So as a tech provider, BSense can help industrial people to do something. And in fact, the best way is to monitor the temperature, for example, to reduce the environmental impact, because there will be a better knowledge of the system of the industrial process to have a cleaner system after that. We improve also the lifetime of the industrial assets. We can reduce maintenance costs, and we can increase the production yields by monitor the industrial assets, for example, with the temperature or with the strain, to prevent some cracks of some default of the system. And for example, in the composite material, we can place the optical fiber during the fabrication of the system to monitor during the fabrication, during the lifetime, and if there is a default, we can detect also with the optical fiber. On the right side, we can see an industrial assets that we place all over the skin, more than 500 sensing points, and these points are measured every 20 seconds by the device that we can see there. And we have a system that can show all the points over the time. And with that, the industrial people can have a better control of the industrial process. They improve, in fact, the efficiency of the process, and they can reduce the energy consumption to maintain the right temperature of their system. And we can detect some deviation, and overall, we have a better energy impact improvement. So for what are we searching for now is to some industrial people that want to use innovative sensing solution and think that the optical fiber can be a solution for their process and globally have a reduction of the environmental impact of the industrial world. So the contact, so we can contact by me, by my email, or we can go to the LinkedIn of the company BSense, or we can go to the, you can go to the website bsense.be. Thank you.
Thank you, Corentin. So the next one is B12 Consulting. I don't know if they're connected.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm Mihailo Backovic, one of the managing partners of B12 Consulting. We can already move to the next slide. So who are we and what we do? So our core business is AI, actually AI services. And there we really focus on kind of a niche market where we really work with companies that have very difficult problems and they can't find standard solutions, and we help them utilize AI to solve these problems. One of the things that distinguishes us from most companies of our type is that we don't maintain any intellectual property, so we transfer everything that we do to our clients. That's a part of the core business model. Next slide. Who are we? We're a company of about 40 people right now. A lot of very strong academic profiles. So about 40% of the company has a PhD in STEM. Everybody basically has at least a master's degree. We spend a lot of effort actually trying to kind of ensure gender parity and gender equality in the companies. So far we've been able to improve the number of women in the company to about 30% of the team, which is between 2 to 3 times higher than the industry average. It's something we're very proud of, even though it's still a far cry from where it really should be, but that's the IT world that we live in. We've been around for about 11 years now. We do about 30 projects per year in anything from mobility to industry 4.0, pharmaceuticals, biotech, and so on. So we have a portfolio of 300 plus projects and about 100 clients overall. Next slide. What we can offer, what I like to say is the complete AI life cycle. So a lot of companies, they focus on one step in this process, so either on the consulting or the implementation or support. We do everything end to end. So for our clients, we can sit with them, we can understand their business needs, how to connect the technology to their problems. We can help them ideate these solutions. We can help them build roadmaps, communication strategies, whatever they need for the project to succeed. And then we can also implement these projects. We have a lot of AI experts and software developers and designers on staff that can actually build these solutions for you. And then once the solution is implemented, we can help you maintain it, upgrade it, and ensure that it actually continues to function and bring you value. Next slide. We can go to the next one.
Did it?
Yeah, okay, it changed.
Okay.
There was a delay.
It's
Sorry.
a lag, yeah.
Yeah. So what are we looking for? Basically, any partner who is interested in how AI can help them address some crucial ambition or some crucial problem that they have in their organization. We are, of course, always willing to participate in collaborations with individual partners or consortia, of course, with the emphasis on some synergetic relationship. One thing I should say is that we're particularly well versed to work with companies who are doing a lot of R&D, and that's primarily because of the type of work we do and the type of profiles that we have on our team. And that's it. I think the last slide is just the contact information. So if you have some if you're just interested in AI, or if you have some ideas on how to utilize AI in your company, you should feel free to contact me in one of the email addresses below. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihailo. Then we continue with our next speaker, that is Nicolas Saloma from Nolae.
Nolae, yes.
Sorry, Nolae.
Yeah, you spelled it right. Yeah.
We listen to you, Nicolas.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Nicolas Saloma, the founder and CEO of Nolae. We're a Finnish company, and we have developed an AI software that calculates the financially most profitable way to make any industrial site carbon neutral or very energy efficient. There is for every industrial site one combination of energy efficiency measures, which together are the most profitable. But it's for every industrial site, it's different, and it's always a combination of very many things done together. There is no one thing that in itself would be the best one in any place. When we want the best return on investment, it's always a combination of very many things that are performed together. And what we're talking about is that we do calculate for every industrial site their own mix of energy efficiency measures. The list is very long always, and it's a combination. Now you can change this next slide. And why this is interesting for industry, it's because this way we get the best return on investment, simply by calculating all the different ways that are possible to do on that specific site. And how do we do that then? The first step is called simulation. This means that we make a 3D model of the site and everything that happens there, all the industrial processes, but also the HVAC, heating, cooling, ventilation, everything else that happens on the site. And when we have carefully put all the input information into the software, then the software calculates 1 hour at the time the whole year through. And after that, it shows every single kilowatt hour that the site uses, where it uses, when, and how much. This is the first step. After doing that, we get to where the added value is coming from. We calculate what should be done to get the best return on investment. And this we call re-engineering of energy flows. And this means that when we have calculated the initial design or the how it is right now, then the software starts calculating 1 hour at a time again, but it changes something in the building. And when it's done, it changes something else and calculates again, and over again. For like an industrial site, it can be more than 1,000 times, because that is the amount of different things that you can do to improve energy performance. Then after calculating 1,000 times with different energy efficiency measures, then we calculate also the combinations. And then we are very often close to 300,000 times. And for every combination of energy efficiency measures, we calculate 1 hour at a time the whole year through. And after doing that, the software shows this combination is the one with the best return on investment in this project. Here are the energy efficiency measures to be done. Here is how they should be done. Here is the cost, the investment cost of doing the energy efficiency measures. And when they're done, here is the return on investment. Here is also the CO2 emissions and all other related things that are interested to measure. Usually, when energy efficiency things are are done in industry, the payback period for things is usually 5 years. Return on investment very often around 20%. When the same industrial site, and that goes for like sub-optimization, that means like an heat pump is added or some other one energy efficiency measure is done. When we go to the same industrial plant and calculate it with the software and find the optimal combination of energy efficiency measures, the return on investment is not 20%, it's often 40, 50, and so on, for the same amount of money to be used. And the same goes for the impact on the carbon emissions. It's you can get a lot bigger impact for the same money, or you can get a lot better return on investment with using the software. That's why the software is used. And the next slide, I believe I have used my 5 minutes now. Here is the contact information. We do very many projects around the European Union, and this is something that is this is our thing, to turn industries green by using artificial intelligence and the optimal solution for energy efficiency. And now my camera starts to work also, just right before this ends. Thank you.
Well, we got your message. Thank you, Nicolas. Then I will call for the last speaker today, A+ Engineering, and Umut Ogur.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm sure you can hear as you are nodding your head. Okay, great.
We can see you as well.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. This is Umut from A+ Engineering. We are a technology startup founded in 2019, lately, and we are focused on management system standards regarding sustainability, and particularly for manufacturing industry partners, factories. We have energy-related solutions. We focus on resource efficiency and process optimization with the focus of product and process optimization with the focus of energy, actually. We provide cleaner production methodology and technologies, mentoring and coaching services, both for manufacturing industries and also technology and service providers, and mostly startups. We have education and consultancy services. We have monitoring and analysis softwares, and we are also going further with different collaborations to develop new and more developed softwares, let's say. Luisa, can we move through the second slide, please? Thank you very much. And we can click. I think you can see the work schemes of our softwares, which goes through the implementation of resource efficiency and cleaner production within the factories. The methodology we use comes from ISO standards. We mainly use energy management system and also GHG measurement and verification system standards for carbon emissions and for energy efficiency. We are using the circularity principles within the factory from the very first point of the lean manufacturing principles until the very last point of the packaging and logistics part of the value chain. And with the focus of energy management, we are basically using whole integration points within the factory, collecting data, analyzing, continuously monitoring, and finding out possibilities of saving opportunities, defining an expected consumption trend, and continuously real-time monitoring the real consumptions and giving warnings according to the deviations. So it basically goes on a continuous improvement principle, both in the mean of management system and also in the mean of efficiency. And what we are looking for the GEMSTONE coal is mainly energy intensive manufacturing industry partner that we can add value in the mean of helping, contributing them to be more resource efficient and cleaner, both at the production processes and also throughout the whole value chain of the factory. And we can go through contact page, I think. Okay. So the email address, you can reach us, and our website to go through details. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you to all for accepting this 5-minute constraint. But I think it was interesting to see the different type of solutions that are here available and have an idea of the type of partner you're looking for. As you know, the full session was recorded, and we will promote this pitch also through the different project channel in order to support. Yeah, there were hand raised. Support you in your partner research in order for you to be able to candidate as much as possible to the Innovate call. I don't know, Sophie, Loic, do you want to add something?
That's okay. Thank you very much all for the presentation and all these great solutions. We will try to help you to find your perfect partner in order for you to submit a perfect project. So I hope this webinar has been helpful and useful for all of you. Come back to us in the coming days and weeks if you still have some difficulties to find a partner, and we will do an individual discussion and operation to find your perfect partner. So thank you very much. Thank you, Louisa, for this really great webinar as master of webinars from GEMSTONE. And well, see you soon, and we are waiting for your applications.